Hello friends, welcome you again. So today we will learn how to use Android phones for writing computer programs. Android phones can be used to write computer programs for C language, C++, Java, your PHP, JavaScript and many more. So now we are no more restricted that to use laptop or computers to write computer programs, and it makes very easy for us because all of us we are having Android phones in our pocket. So even if you are moving, if you are going somewhere, you can start writing program and utilize your time. So the entire session I will be covering two things. The first thing is to understand the environment which we are going to use to write our program. That means the IDE which we are going to use. So in the first session we will see what is the IDE, how it looks, and what are the different features available in the IDE. And in the second part we will see how to actually write the program, compile it, and if there is any error, how to rectify the errors. So this is my screen. You can see here, this is my mobile screen, and you can see on my desktop here. So the first thing we need to write program is an IDE. So to get an IDE, we have to go to the Play Store. You can see this is my mobile screen, and here I can go to the Play Store, and in the Play Store we need to search for example, here this is the thing you may be getting on your screen when you go to the Play Store. So you write here the app which we are looking for. To write computer programs on the mobile, there are many applications available on the Play Store, like you can most of them are widely used are AIDE, IDE is there, then we have CPP Droid is there, and also we have very popular online compiler. So when you write online compiler on your mobile phone, you will see the list of compilers available. So when you click on online compiler, these are the list visible to you. Out of this list, I am going to install the compiler with the name online compiler beta version by the Creative Cup company. So if you notice here, it's showing installed because on my machine, on my this Android phone, it's already installed. But if you are going to use it for the first time, you need to install it, and this is very consuming very less space, and also it's very easy to install. So just get it done, click on this link and it will be installed on your machine. So when you finish installing, you can see that this type of icon will be shown on the screen of your phone. So just click on this. So because we are now going to start our programming, so this is the IDE which we are going to use. So before we start writing a program, first let us understand the different features and the options available in this IDE. You can write your Java, because at the time of installation I have selected the Java option, so the first program is actually Java based, but you can switch to any other programming language anytime. You have to just go here and you have to click, you look at this option here, and you can click here and you can see that so many languages are here, and whatever the language you want to use, you can just select that option. So in our case, I have selected this that means I have selected this time it is Java I selected. Even you can go for C++. So going now, other thing you can see here, we will see here two you can see two titles are there. One is the code and the output. So this is the code screen where we are going to write the code, and this is somewhere we can see our output. Also you can see we have some more option like this, some lock is here. Now this is actually if you want to keep your program in the reading mode, then now if you observe here in the screen, you are able to write something, the cursor is blinking here and you are free to write anything. But if you want to make your program in the read mode, you simply click on this button, and now this will be the read mode is enabled, and you can simply read a program and you are not able to write anything. Sorry. And once you have finished writing a program, and if you want to share your program with your colleagues, with your friends, you want to send it to someone, then we notice here this is something, a share button is here, and by using this you can send this to your friend through email, through WhatsApp, to Telegram. So if I want to send this to if I want to send this code to my friend, I will just go to this click here, and you will notice here that it is showing that it is from my ID. You can write here your friends or whatever or whomsoever you want to send, and you can notice the entire code is here. So in this way you can also share your code. You can send it to any of your friend or to anyone very easily. Then you can see here you have these 3 dots are here. This is again some options you can see here. Now this is a dark theme. You have observed that this is actually a black background is showing here. If you don't like this type of background, you can change it, and you can click on this dark theme, and it will be looking like this white. So it's all, it means kind of setting the IDE, and it's all depending on your interest. You can look at another option. The other option is autosave, means whenever you are writing a program, you are running it, it will be automatically saved. Then code wrap. Code wrap is also a very interesting feature. Code wrap is something is actually make sure that whatever you are writing is visible on your screen. For example, you can see here I just disable this option code wrap, and I just for understanding I will write here something so I will write here something like let's say GG. I just typing here. You can see on the screen it is, and you can see here when it goes out of the screen range, the screen is shifting. But if I go to the wrap mode, and if I enable this option, you can see the screen is actually not moving, but the text is automatically adjusted and it shows the next line. So again, this is a very interesting feature. So most of the time we keep this wrap mode enabled. Then you can see the next one is font size. You can increase the font size using this option. You can just click on this editor font size, and here the font size, this time it is selected 12. You can make it 15. If you feel that the font size is very small and you are not feeling comfortable, you make it 15, and you can observe the font size is increased. Likewise, you have these are the options which dark theme, autosave, which we have find more useful. The other options are also useful, but we are not taking into detail. So going back, this is output. Now if you want to run your program, you need to run from the down option. You can see here the run is here. You have to click it here. Now what you can see here is when you are clicking on run, it will show you some input window. Though in our program actually no input is required, because in this Java program what we are doing is we are simply displaying one message. Hello world. So but it's also asking the input. So actually there is no use. Even if you provide some input here, you can provide some input here, it has no meaning here. You can provide it, you cannot provide it, there will be no effect on the output. And also if you want that this screen is not shown to you every time when you run the program, then simply you just disable this option. Now whenever you run program, this screen will not be shown to you. So let's see. Just click on run. and you see that it's compiling, and you will be able to see your output within a few seconds. By the time we can have a look on the code, means what we are doing here is we are simply displaying this hello world. Means if you are also if this point of time if you are not familiar about the code, don't worry, because we are simply discussing about this IDE features, not focusing on the code. That I will explain you later. But the objective of this entire code is to display this message hello world on the screen. So if we go to the output screen, and you can observe here, and you can see here that now you can see here that your output is visible here. So at any time you can see the output, and also you can move to this code part. But again, if you observe, because if you remember that I have disabled that input option, so when I run it again, when I press it again on this, it is not going to ask the input because we have disabled that input option. In case if you want to need again, if you want that to ask the input, if you want to get input in your program, you can just go to this input option, and it will ask you, it will provide you an option to provide the input. So here if you select it, show always, every time when you run your program, it will ask you input, though there is no input required, but even it will not affect your program. So just go back, and you will see that all the options we have covered. We have seen how to share our program. You can set the environment, you can set the input option. The other interesting feature is one important feature is you want to know that where actually your program is going to save. So here you can see that actually there are two programs in my phone. This is somewhere stored in compiler Java, and demo Java is the first program, and demo 1 Java is the second program. So whenever you want to open a new program, if you want to start with a new program, you have to go to the new file, and if you want to work with the existing program, you have to go to the open file option. So I'll go back, and also I would like to show you actually where our program is going to store. So if you want to see actually where your program is stored, you just go to the files. You just search on your mobile phone. There may be one icon is there which keeps all the files on a mobile phone. This is something files I am having. I click on this, and I will search for the compiler folder, and I don't find it here. So I'll just go for the all files, and here I can see this is somewhere compiler is here. So I click on this, and you can see I have two folders because I have made two folders. One is for the CPP and other is for the Java. So when you click on this Java, you can see that this demo program is here. I hope you have understood. If you want to delete any program, if you want to add some more folders to this inside this folder, you can go to this folder option. When you click on it, you will get one more folder. That means you can better manage your files and your projects. So if you want to delete any of your files which are inside this folder, you just enable this edit option, and you can see that this is enabled. You select this and go to the delete option. So I hope that you have now understood how to use this online compiler for writing Java programs. Now we will see how to actually write our code and do the compilation and other things with our programs. Okay, so now we have understood the environment of this app. We have seen the features provided in this app. Now we'll see how to write the C++ program using this app. So just go to this compiler app, click on it, and you will find our screen is ready. Means this is the ID where we are going to write a program. In case when you click on this app and if you are not getting this C++ environment, you just go to this part, click on here, and from here you can select the language which you want to do. If you want to work on C++, 14, 17 and Java, Bash, there are so many options are there. So this time our interest is to write a C++ program, so I have selected this. So we can start a new program by clicking on this new file option, and you can also open your existing program. So our interest is to create a new program, so I'll just click on this new file, and when you click on it, it will ask you to write a file name. So let's say I'll give the file name as hello. So hello.cpp will be the file name. So you can see here this is a file which is created, and whenever you start a new program you always find some default code. This is a very basic code which will always be required whenever we write a program. So this program is actually complete in itself, and if you want to execute this program, the output will be hello world. So I just go to the run and click on it. It will be compiling and checking errors, and you can see the output is hello world. You can move on to the code window by clicking here, and your code window is again visible to you. If you want to add something, if you want to make some changes, or if you want to write anything, you can just go to bring the cursor there and start writing it. In order to observe that how the errors are to be handled, we will just make some error here. For example, I just delete this semicolon, so it is a kind of error here. It's a syntax error. So in this case, if I run our program, it will compile, and at the time of compilation it will give us a message that there is an error. And if you just go through the lines, you will understand that this is something, semicolon is missing. So you go back to the code part, and again you can just whatever is missing here, you can provide the correct values and your program will be executed. So I am going to run again, and you will find that it will be working fine. Whatever we can do in our normal editors which we were doing in our laptop or computers, the same or everything you can do here also. You can also copy and paste. If you want to repeat something, you can simply copy that part and then paste it. If you want to apply some for loop, you can also write a code. For example, I am writing here a for loop for, and then I will write here for integer is some variable here, a equal, let's say 1, and I want to print something for 3 times. So a starts with 1 and it goes up to 4. So a less than, you can see this exploding panel here. You'll find all the symbols. So a less than equals to 4, and a plus plus. This is a basic logic which we use in for loop to print something or to perform something number of times. And again, I want to write something. I will write here cout, just you can write here demo. So this is how our program is ready, and now if I click on run, we'll see the output and see it's fantastic, it's working. So it will printing demo 1 2 3, because if you go to the code, the for loop runs from 1 till less than 4, that is, it will be going to print this demo 3 times here. So this is something which I want to tell, that how to use Android phones for writing a computer program. I hope you have understood, and now you will be using or utilizing your maximum time in programming, because you are having your Android phone everywhere with you. So whenever you feel free, you can use this application, this phone, for writing a program. So see you next time, and keep on doing programming. Happy programming to all. Thank you.